If you've joined yourself to the Lord, if you've given your life to Jesus, you become one spirit with God, just as it's written. You are one spirit with God. That means that exactly who God is, you have put on, you have become one with, you have joined yourself to. And if this is the state of being which you are by giving your life to Jesus, understand the magnitude of the power and the authority and the security and the might and strength that you have now joined yourself to. From this state of being, you should have the mindset that I could never be defeated. I could never be broken. I could never lose. I could never fail. That's why it's written that all things work out to the good of those who love God. Because if you're one spirit with God, what doesn't work out for God? What can fail in his presence? Is he not the head, the controller, the creator, the fashioner, the mover of all things? Is he not the dominator and ruler over all things? If you're one spirit with God, you possess the same power and the same ability you've joined yourself to. This should be your mindset. I'm not concerned with failing. I'm not concerned with being sick. Who can sicken God? What can sick God? What could make God diseased? I'm one spirit with him. As Colossians 3 says, I am dead and my life is hidden inside of God with Christ. I'm hidden inside of God. How can I get sick if I'm hidden inside of God? I shouldn't have the mindset that I'm going to get sick, that you can give me a disease, that I'm going to get an infirmity of somehow, some bad is going to happen to me. I'm hidden inside of God. In order to get me sick, you got to get God sick. In order to give me a disease, you got to give God a disease. In order to give God infirmity, in order to give me infirmity, you got to give God infirmity. I'm hidden inside of him. You got to go through God to get to me. And we know that that's impossible. Who can approach God? It's written, he's an unapproachable light. He's a consuming fire, a fire within a fire. Woo! Come on. This should be the mindset of all believers. This should be the mindset of everyone who has given their life to Jesus. We don't concern ourselves with anything less than who God is, anything less than who Jesus is. Because Jesus is the head of all things, and all things have been made subject and placed under his feet. God is the head of everything. You understand what I'm saying? We control the outcome of all things. This should be the mindset. This is why we don't fret. This is why we're not afraid. Because what doesn't obey us from this state of being when we give it a command? Come on, catch it, y'all. God says, be transformed, be changed into whatever you renew your mind with. If you renew your mind with the truth of God's word, that you are hidden inside of God, and what can't happen to God, I'm never concerned happening to me. You will become this and walk this thing out, and you will be invincible and impenetrable. Woo! I'm telling you right now. Because I am invincible. I am impenetrable. There's nothing, no one, anything in this earth can do to defeat me. You can't defeat me. You can't make me fail. I control failure. I control peace. I control love. I control power. I control the outcome of all situations. Although I undergo things, but I am the head of all things with Christ. So I continue to pray. I continue to command. I continue to break. I continue to pull. I continue to push. I continue to decree. And all of a sudden, those things happen. Because as you do those things in your opposition, you begin to grow in faith, stature, character. Come on, fashion you, moaning. He begin to prune you and pluck things off of you that are not of him. Come on, because he's conforming you into the image of Christ. As it is written, you are being conformed into Christ's image. Who is Christ? Christ always said, I'm hidden in the Father. The Father is one and I am one. So when you see Jesus, you see him in the Father. That's what it looks like to be one with God. Jesus is your example. And that's why he says you're a joint heir with him. And you're seated with him in heavenly places. Come on. Catch it, y'all. You can never fail. You can never be defeated. Put on this mind. You've been given the mind of Christ. Put this mind on and take that old, defeated, destructive, depressive, failing, stressed out mind that the devil has given you. Take that off. Throw it away, garbage, burn it up with fire, and put on this invincible, almighty, powerful, glorious mindset. Woo! And when you put it on, everything is brighter. Wow, you feel great. You look great. You see everything. You're able to just know that you're in charge of things that the devil was doing in your life. You control those things. As God said, I've given you authority over the devil and over all things in his power. You have authority over everything within the devil's power. You could never be defeated. Not with this mindset. You can't be defeated. Failure, what is that? Success is and is inevitable. What can fail before God? I can go on and on, but I love you. Be encouraged. Put this mind on and become invincible as you were called to, as you were created to. I love you.